Every occasion deserves a gift, whether it's celebrating your favorite newlyweds or a first move or just making it through the week. What's better than the gift of coziness from Brooklinen? Brooklinen was founded by husband and wife duo Rich and Vicky in 2014. Their mission is to provide their customers with hotel quality luxury bedding delivered directly to your door at a fair price. Y'all, you know those hotel sheets hit different. Girl, they do. Brooklinen has the best sheets according to Wirecutter and Good Housekeeping. So if you don't trust me or their 100,000 five-star customer reviews, you know these experts have done the research. Brooklinen uses only the highest quality materials for all their products, such as long staple cotton, so everything they create is built to last. Sometimes it's good to invest in quality items, girl, because you don't want to be repurchasing the same thing over and over again. They've been making dream spaces a reality for almost a decade, so they're the obvious choice when making your house a home. Girl, if you don't know where to start with your bedroom. Brooklinen's bundles will help you save time and money, whether you're outfitting a bedroom, a bathroom, or both. The best-selling Luxe sateen sheets have a buttery, soft feel and a luxurious finish that is great for all types of sleepers. Looking for a natural option? Brooklinen's latest launch features an organic collection. Check out their site to learn about all of their different styles of sheets and find your perfect match. I actually just ordered the whole collection. I got the whole beddings, I got the pillow sheets and everything, and I'm so excited because my current linen situation is wrecked by my toddler. So I'm just about ready to replace my entire bed. Oh my God, girl, same. I just ordered all the white linens. I'm so excited to see how my bed looks. So what are you waiting for? Shop in store or online at brooklinen.com to gift yourself or a loved one the rest they deserve. For a limited time, go to brooklinen.com to get $20 off plus free shipping on orders of $100 or more with code CHINS. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Code CHINS for $20 off plus free shipping. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to episode 40. We're in 50. 56? 57, girl. Not me in 40-something, bitch. Like, you're off, crazy. Girl. How you been? What's up? Mother's Day was a couple days ago. Yeah, Mother's Day just passed, you guys, and it was fun. Mm-hmm. It was we had a barbecue here. My suegra came over. You were here. Mm-hmm. You went to go see your suegra too. Yes. It was fun. I didn't even get ready at all. Me either. Like, no. Talk about Mother's Day, bitch. I have not gotten ready on actual Mother's Day like ever since I became a mom. I feel like Mother's Day is not what I expected either, low-key. It's not, huh? No, because like in the morning it was cute. Brian brought me flowers. He brought me a little letter. I was like, period. He even brought donuts. I was like, aw. And then it's kind of stressful, huh? Yeah, because like any other holiday. Because I was like on my way to my suegra's with no makeup. I was doing my makeup in the car, like all rushing. And then like I'm in a weird phase right now where like I could wear jeans, but like the jeans I'm wearing are like loose, and I was just looking like a fucking potato sack girl. I was like, sack. And then like I just didn't have an outfit, so I was like just looking crazy, no makeup. So I'm on my way like to my suegra, stressing out, doing my makeup in the car. I had forgot my foundation, so here I am doing my makeup with concealer, bitch, looking like Pella's ghost. Sometimes you could just do like the concealer look without the foundation. Is cute too. It's very like clean girl aesthetic. Yeah, but I was like, for Mother's Day, like I really wanted to go all out. Girl. I saw, this is random, but I saw a TikTok of somebody explaining like, how do y'all do the clean girl aesthetic? Like without foundation, I just look dirty, and I have not related to something so much like that. Like literally like the clean girl aesthetic where they avoid foundation and they just do the concealer with some bronzer, some blush, mascara. I feel like I look like smudgy and dirty. Like the bronzer just looks dirty on me with no foundation. Yeah, there's like, it's not blending and stuff. No, like literally I feel like I just look patchy when I don't have foundation. Mm-hmm. Like the whole clean girl aesthetic, I'm like, okay, if I'm rushed, my stomach. It said period. My stomach said drops my argument. Literally, like if I'm rushed and I'm like, okay, I want to look a little bit put together, like, okay, yes, the clean girl aesthetic, you know, like 5-minute makeup with a concealer, some mascara, some blush, blah blah blah. Yeah, I put concealer and I don't have like actual foundation. You look good though. I swear I didn't even notice. Oh shit, no, that's how I feel right now. Like maybe it's just foundation. Us, huh, that notice it. I don't know. I feel like it's obvious. Like in the car, I don't know if it was the lighting, but it looked like I was like yellow right here, just right here in the center, and I'm like, oh my God. How the fuck do y'all do it for real? Like y'all just really color match really fucking good or something, because that is my go-to look though. I think I just got used to like looking like I have like You know what the thing is, Mayra, with the clean girl aesthetic? It's usually like the concealer is usually your actual shade and you just kind of like, you know, cover up the circles. But like with us, for example, you know, like my shade is going to be my foundation. My concealer is always brighter to brighten up the under eyes.
So you look pale.
So if I'm just wearing just concealer under my eyes with no foundation, I feel like I just look really
But if you try, well, I tried today because in Mother's Day, I was looking really pale. I was like, oh my God. So I'm like, let me just do foundation under my eyes. And then I started looking orange under my eyes and my forehead. I'm like, bitch, are you color matching anything? I'm like, hold on. Am I not like using my skin color?
I actually recently just got color matched like for the first
time
ever.
Is that the one you're wearing right now?
To Sephora. Yeah, it's the one I'm wearing. And guys, I swear, I know it was a sponsor now, but for real, like I've always struggled with color matching because I honestly feel like I've always thought that like, you know, like we're pale, and if I get the exact shade from my foundation, it's just like I just look so washed out.
That's why I don't use.
But I was like, let me trust this. Like I want to get color matched and like see like, you know, how people do it. So I got color matched. They have like this like a cute thingy, and they like color matched me. And I was like, okay, damn, like we're really actually going with my color, you know, because I usually like to go a little bit more tanned because like I feel like it just brings everything together. And then I usually brighten with a concealer. Yeah. Or sometimes I get too pale of a shade, and then I have to like compensate with like the bronzer, or vice versa. Like I never have the right fucking color match. So they color matched me, and I was like, okay, it feels a little pale, but fuck it, you know. I bring it home, do the bronzer and everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like my neck is actually matching my face. Everything was like matching. Yeah, like the bronzer will eventually.
I need to get that shade, girl, because
so obviously, like if you're getting color matched and you feel like, you know, you might be a little pale or whatever, like. If you're just wearing just the foundation, of course you're gonna look just like super washed out. But you think about like the bronzer and everything.
That's what it is.
It really does all come together.
Yeah.
So then I was like, do I need to be getting like? But then with concealer, I'm like, okay, so maybe I should just be getting like a concealer that fits my actual shade, and then it'll all like come together. I don't know. It's so weird.
I've always thought the concealer has to be like at least one tone lighter.
But not everybody thinks that, because some people use concealer for like their actual like to conceal, like which is what it's for.
That's what back in the days we used to do.
But people who do the clean girl aesthetic, that's what they're doing with their concealer. Like it actually matches their skin, and they're just using it to
conceal. That's what I'm doing wrong. That's why I look freaking pale.
That's why we look crazy when we just do concealer, because we either look like
me right now with my fucking white ass face, girl. Oh my God, I can't even see myself right now.
You look fine, but like dead ass, no,
no, bitch, I'm cackling. Hold on, look at my fucking face.
What? Let me see. I mean, see, like, okay, for example, like, you know, like I obviously like I'm a little pale right now because I haven't gotten the sun, so like here and here, like it's matching together, right? And like typically I'd be like super bronze and like I don't match, and I feel like you actually are not like bad right now. You're not. I know what you mean. Like,
is my blush even showing? Like, I thought I put blush on today.
You did. It is in person. It is.
Myra, oh my God!
I think you look fine. I think
Jesus,
you look fine.
It's always hard when you do just a concealer, girl.
I feel like
I'm looking a little
maybe
funny.
We need to match our actual concealer to our actual shade and not go lighter. Yeah, because we do it to brighten up our under eyes.
So should we all get color matched? Is that what you're saying?
I think you should. You know why? Because now when I do the clean girl aesthetic, I've been using that same foundation as like an under eye, like just that, and it actually doesn't look as bad. But yeah, I didn't get ready for Mother's Day, dude. I looked crazy. I woke up, I got me and Mia in the shower. That's like the girl. Once you're old enough that you could just shower with them, it makes it so much easier, girl.
Oh my God, I bet.
We just get it over with. We're like, let's go. All of us in the shower. Like, no lie. We're just like, let's go shower. And so we showered together. And then after that, I'm like, okay, what are you going to wear? What am I going to wear? And like getting Mia ready. And then I found a dress that like actually matched one of her outfits. So I was like, perfect. We'll wear this. Getting her ready. Mia hates getting her hair done. So we go downstairs, feeding her, doing her hair. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to have a barbecue. Because the thing about Mother's Day is that like, you know, you're a mom too, so you're like, cool, we're gonna celebrate me, but then of course you want to celebrate your own mom too. So I'm like, okay, what are we gonna do for my mom? And then Raul was obviously thinking like, what am I gonna do for my mom? What are we gonna do for you?
That's
like
hard.
It's a lot of moms, you know.
Yeah,
so it's hard to like,
it's hard
to balance.
And then like with families, like obviously, you know, my suegra, they were doing their own thing, right? And originally we were gonna hang out in the morning, So I was like, perfect. Like, we'll do morning with her and like afternoon with you guys. I was telling Karina and Maris on the group chat that I was going to be pulling up at 1 p.m. here. I was like, perfect. Like, we got it down. And then the day of Brian's telling me that they're getting together at 3 p.m., I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I love my suegra. I mean, I 100%, I'm celebrating both, period. But I did think for a second, I'm like, you know what, Brian? Like, I think I'm just going to like be here and you go with your mom because it's going to be super hard to like, you know,
yeah, make it work
because my family is doing the day too. Like, what do I do? You know, after all, obviously I was like, okay, I can't do that. I'm like, let's go for a little bit, even if it's just for a few hours. So we got there and then we left like at 7 p.m. And by the time I got here, like you guys were like kind of wrapping it up.
No, we weren't. We were still chilling. I mean,
it's just hard. Obviously,
it is hard.
And then Brian should be celebrating his mom too. So of course,
you know what? I feel like the advantage that we have, like in like the Hispanic world, is there is like the other Mexican Mother's. I mean, I don't think it's Mexican Mother's Day, right? It's just the Hispanic Mother's Day.
It's Hispanic, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily like Mexican Mother's Day. I just know it's the Hispanic Mother's Day, and it's on May 10th. We didn't
do anything that day. That's
that's the thing. On May 10th, you know, the other mothers, you know, for the Hispanics, I was at the warehouse all day. I woke up, I told my mom, "Happy Mother's Day. I have to go to the warehouse." And Raul just took me out to breakfast real quick. He's like, you know, it's Mother's Day. Like, let's take you out real quick. So I was like, okay, cool. But it was a typical Wednesday for me. And we went to the warehouse and we worked, honestly, you know. I was like, we're celebrating Sunday. That's all I thought. I was like, it's during the week. I'd rather just work today. We'll celebrate Sunday. So then I get home at night and my mom was like all like sad that that we didn't do nothing, that nobody came over. And we were like
so freaking bad.
I know, but
first of all, nobody texted me either. Not like that. Nobody told me anything that we were gonna get together. I really thought like the messages were dry as fuck. I was like, no one's doing anything.
We weren't. We were gonna get together until Sunday on like Mother's
That's what
Day.
I assumed. So I called my mom too, and she's like, "Estaba en el cuarto todo el pinche día, nadie vino, blah blah blah." Like, tu padre no estaba aquí tampoco. I was like,
my dad. Yeah, my dad was out working too. Like, with
I was like,
Luis or something.
I felt so bad, Karina. I came over the next day because I just felt terrible.
I
don't know. I was just like, you just start overthinking.
I did. I felt really bad that night. I was like, oh my god. Like, I mean, I felt like it was just like I know we didn't speak about it, but I felt like we just
funny though.
I feel like we just all knew we were gonna hang out Sunday.
Like we just knew it was happening Sunday. She's funny though. She's like,
to Mother's Day, you know?
Yeah, Hugo's girlfriend had got my mom like flowers. She's like, ella fue la primerita que me dijo feliz Día de las Madres. Ella me trajo flores. And I was like, Ama, yo también te texteé, you know? She's like, pues ella me dijo primero. I'm like, pero yo no estaba levantada. Like, I hadn't even woken up yet. I was like, dude, I swear. She was low-key throwing shade, girl. I was like,
do any of y'all moms also get butthurt like that with anything? My mom, dude, any little thing she'll be like, well, this, and I'm like, you didn't tell me Happy Mother's Day. I told you first. I told her. You should try to get smart with me too, girl. Because I called her. I was coming back from the warehouse. I was being a little bit inconsiderate. I didn't think about it. It was Wednesday. I'm telling you, like, I told her Happy Mother's Day in the morning. I'm at the warehouse. It's late. And then, like, I just had a random thought. We were coming back, like, at 10. And I was like, I wonder if there's food at the house. It was just a random question, you know?
Yeah.
And, of course, I didn't think about, like, that. It would be rude to tell my mom, like, is there food at home? You know, like. And I get it. It's Mother's Day. She was probably, like, already butthurt, you know?
Nothing.
So I called her. I'm like, hay comida en la casa, man? Like, you know, we're on our way back. I swear, I was just asking to just be like, either is there food at home, or we'll just stop by a drive-thru? Like, literally, that's all I was thinking, we're gonna take out. And she's like, no hay. And she's like, todo el pinche día estuve en el cuarto encerrada porque nadie me vino a visitar.
So sad.
Like, and I was like, oh my god. And I told her, I was like, Ama, like, I was at work all day too. And I told her, and I even told her I felt bad. I was like, just letting you know, we're all planning on doing something Sunday because today we were working, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody was working that day. Like,
it's so freaking sad though. Like, just knowing that she was like that, like, I was overthinking it.
The thing is, Mayra, there's the two Mother's Day. Like, for us, like the Mexican Mother's Day, and then there's like the Sunday. It's usually like they're usually like a couple days next
celebrating
to each other.
The real one. I mean, the real one. Bitch, what? The Hispanic one.
And there is years that we celebrate the Hispanic Day.
The Hispanic one just comes after the last year was after, no?
Mm-hmm. And I forget that, like, obviously for my mom, like, for her, the priority is like Mexican Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And every year is different. There's times that we celebrate the Hispanic Day, and there's times that we celebrate like
We always celebrate the American Mother's Day just because it's like super.
It's Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday. It feels right.
The weekend. There's not much responsibilities on the weekend.
Yeah.
For Wednesday,
I feel like this was the first time we didn't celebrate the Hispanic one though, Karina.
No, but Mayra, they're usually like we usually do one or the other. We do. Maybe we go out to dinner one of those days.
Simple, like at least go out to dinner, but we always do the Hispanic one.
Honestly, that day
I was really thrown off. We didn't.
No, I'm gonna be real. The night before May 10th, I forgot that it was Mother's Day the next day. I woke up in the morning. I forgot it was even Mother's Day until Raul told me Happy Mother's Day.
I knew it was Mother's Day. I was just too busy being a mom, girl. I was like,
that's the thing though. Like it was a Wednesday. We all had so much to do, and I told my mom, I was like, we're gonna celebrate Sunday. And I mean, Sunday was a really nice day. Of course, it was just that day that she felt a little like down about it, and I 100% understand.
She had a blast Mother's Day though, right?
And she had a blast on actual Mother's
Day. And then she's texting me. It's like 7 p.m. and she's texting me. She's like, "No, what's that we need?" And I'm thinking like, you know, I'm gonna go, girl. Why are you saying if I'm gonna come or not? I'm like, and I'm telling Brian, I'm like, we have to go already, like, you know. And then I'm like coming over here, and it's like already oscureciéndose. I'm like, I think like first of all, I love my suegra. She went. I feel like I'm the one to encourage Brian, like, you know, you need to see her more. You know, like I'm actually the one encouraging him. So nothing against her. But on my way over here, I was a little bit sad because I started feeling guilty. I'm like, fuck, like on Wednesday, she was already giving us shit that we didn't celebrate her. And here I am, like they've been celebrating the whole fucking day.
Which, by the way, like,
and I'm pulling up like at
which, by the way,
8.
My mom, like, we celebrate her for her birthday a lot, for her Mother's Day, everything.
Oh, yeah.
This is her, like, just realizing that day, like, oh, today we didn't do anything, and that's why she's noticing that, you know? But just letting y'all know, like, we spoil my mom. We do.
Oh, she's a spoiled queen.
100%.
But I could see as a mom, like, being sad, like, 100%. Her man's, like, not home. Her kids are, like, nowhere to be seen.
I was butthurt with my dad. I was like, you couldn't take her out to fucking eat or something at breakfast. I was like, the next day I was telling my mom, I was like, ¿Y tu esposo qué no te puso sacar?
I've been keeping my dad on check sometimes too. Last year, I was like, "Y tus flores?" Like asking my dad. He was like looking at me like, "Bitch, shut the fuck up." I was like,
yeah. I know, right?
I feel like it's funny because like I don't know. I feel like as a kid, it's like sometimes like your job to like kind of keep them on their toes a little bit.
100%.
And like sometimes I'll be telling my dad like, "Are you getting her flowers?"
Yeah, because I remember when he would get her flowers, and I'm like,
those days are long gone. Imagine. No,
I'm like, I know y'all been together. Did he get her
flowers this year?
I don't know. And I'm like, I know y'all been together for like a century, but damn, I was gonna
no, but my mom and my dad, they're like hip to hip, always together.
Yeah.
Now we're not 30 shade. They're always like, they're never separate.
No, but I've been checking my dad too. Like why you couldn't? Because you know the next day it was like a little bit like. There was a little bit of tension. Like, we didn't do anything yesterday. And I was like, well, I was working. And I was like, ¿Tú por qué no nos sacas like, almorzar o algo too, you know?
Yeah.
He was like, I was busy too, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm like, okay, I feel like we all knew we were doing something Sunday, but like, everybody, my mom was just a little bit like,
the tension was there. And my mom is the kind that if she's like, she's not having a good day, she'll let it be known.
She will let it be known.
She lets all her kids know.
Yeah, my mom, she'll be just straight up.
Pinche madre. I'm like, girl, what is going on?
That my mom is that, yeah, like that mom for sure. But I was gonna say the good thing about having Hispanic Mother's Day and Mother's Day, like, you know, it's good because I actually thought, I was like, why the heck didn't we take advantage and like maybe, you know, be with one family one day and then another family the other day?
That's true.
But me and Raul were like, okay. It actually was Raul's idea. He's like, we need to like just have all of us to get together and like avoid this whole situation. So he called up his mom, like, what are y'all doing on Mother's Day? Okay, we're gonna have a barbecue here. Come over. His sister came over too.
I love that.
We had a little pool party vibes with a carne asada. Yeah. And it was like perfect. We're all here. We don't have to like worry about like
I told
going
Brian
here,
too.
going there.
I told him, I'm like, next year, like, let's plan something. See, that's hard though, because then now I'm planning something at my house, and then you probably want to plan something here.
Oh no, okay, I see.
You know what I mean?
Hard,
like, I don't know. My suegra's always down to come to your house, but obviously, like Brian's aunts and stuff, like, are they as comfortable? You know?
Yeah, it's hard.
So I'm like, I told Brian, I'm like, next time, let's plan something at the house so your aunts could come and stuff.
It's literally
and
like
comfortable.
that for all holidays.
How do y'all do it? Like, I'm really curious how any holiday is always hard.
And like, how does your man do it in your guys' relationship? Because like, you know, like, do they go to their moms and like they come to you too?
I try to encourage Brian. I know how guys are. I don't know if it's an all guy thing, but it's a known thing. Like the guy side of the family, like where, you know, I don't know, and it's kind of
sad.
Where they're not prioritized. And like, I don't know, like I have a son now and I'm kind of like, it kind of scares me a little bit. I tell Brian, because I'm literally like dead ass, I'm the kind to encourage Brian, like, go see your mom.
Yeah.
I don't know, because Brian
Raul's really close to his family. He's very family oriented, so like I feel like
that's good.
We're both family oriented, so we're very about like joining forces.
No, I tell Brian, like, go see your mom. Like, I'm encouraging it. And I tell Brian, I'm like, I don't want to get that karma where like Noah is like completely like choosing his girl's family over us. Like, that is tragic. No, you hear about it a lot. Like, you know, the guy side.
You do.
You hear it's a known thing. Unfortunately, it's a known thing. And I actually try to encourage Brian, like, no, like, I actually really am close to my family. Like, I don't know, like, you should go see your family too, you know? And then I don't want to get that karma where like Noah's like over here like never visiting us. I'm like, oh, that's so sad. No.
Oh my God, no.
I'm like,
well, it's not karma because you guys, you know, you're not like that at all.
No, I know, but I feel like Brian is a little bit more distant. And I'm like, Brian, this one day is going to hurt you. Like, if Noah's doing this to you.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, you know. But my suegra, she visits us a lot. Like, it's just like us going to her. It's always like a little more different. But yeah,
I was gonna say I saw a TikTok recently and I want to know what you think about it, and I want to know what you guys think about it, y'all. It says it was like kind of controversial, but not really. It was about Mother's Day, and it said straight up like Mother's Day is meant is to celebrate like the ones in the thick of it, like the new moms, the ones that are like really like, you know, new to this, the ones that have like their babies are new to this world that's so hard, and they're like the older moms that their kids are all adults already, like, yeah, like happy Mother's Day to them too, but they already like got this, you know, like that Mother's Day should really be celebrated for those new moms that are like in the thick of it, in the thick of all the craziness in those hard years. And I was like, oh shit. Like, I never thought of that. I never thought of that, but it's kind of true.
No, yeah. Also, I mean, you're kind of celebrating it all.
But like, you know what I mean though? Like, it was basically saying that, like, yes, like happy Mother's Day to everybody, but like you should truly be celebrating the ones that are in the thick of it all.
And we don't, because when I'm like thinking about Mother's Day, I'm thinking about like the moms that like the moms.
I'm thinking about the señoras.
I was about to say, I'm thinking about the Mama Luchonas, like, straight up. Like,
no, and
we all are, but I'm talking about like
about us too, but I'm thinking about like my mom.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? So bad, Karina. I'm over here pulling up with like my bouquet for my mom of fucking flowers, and then Karina and Marisol are over here gifting me something, and I'm like, wait,
no,
I know all y'all mothers, but I was like, oh my God, I just got my mom flowers. Felt like, and they're over here giving me flowers, and I'm over here empty-handed.
No, like, it's okay. First of all, that bouquet you got my mom, bitch. I was like, where did she get that? I was
Ralph.
Like, nice ass Ralph,
bitch. Nah, not because Ralph's got to sponsor us, girl. I was like, period. Imagine, no, Karina.
They sponsored you with that bouquet?
No, I said they have to sponsor us.
Oh,
like, what?
I was about to say, bitch.
No. Why the fuck would Ralph sponsor me with flowers?
Ralph's, that shit was big.
Karina, it was big.
I went to a flower shop and I couldn't find much.
Let me tell you this, girl. So on my way from my suegras, right, I was like, I'm not about to pull up empty-handed. First of all, my mom's already dragging us. Like, why are y'all late? Imagine. And I was like, first of all, I've said it multiple times how my mom has told me, like, quiero agarrar flores viva que muerta. Like, that shit has 100%. Stuck to me, girl.
Oh, I mean, we get her flowers.
To me. I randomly like pull up and get her flowers. Like, I remember even last Easter, like, I just brought her flowers. Like I just do it because it literally, I feel like one day when she is gone, I want to be like, I did get her flowers when she was alive. Yes. And it feels good because I do get her flowers. And I was like, I'm not going to go empty-handed. Like, I need to get her flowers.
We do always celebrate my mom.
We do.
Even for her birthday, like, we always have to, like,
she's spoiled
something out, and like,
she's a spoiled
she
queen.
Knows she's loved, and that's 100%. Why when she notices something, that's when she gets on her
and that's when we feel it too. We're like, oh shit, we really fucked up.
Yeah.
But I told Brian, I'm like, we have to stop somewhere like that. And I was already like irritated with myself. I'm like, how did you not get flowers in the morning? Like, I'm telling you, Mother's Day was not as smooth as I wanted it to be. But I had Brian stop by Ralph's. I was like, and I had Noah in the car. I'm like, just FaceTime me, like, go in there. And he was was showing me all these big ass fucking centerpieces. I was like, girl. And then I was like, maybe it's like the camera. It looks really big. No, he pulls up with his big ass arrangement in the car.
I'm shocked you guys found that in
even Brian was saying, because Brian got me flowers in the morning. He was like, shit, I should have came to Ralph's. Like, and it was like all smaller too.
You know what? I didn't get flowers.
What?
On Mother's Day.
What'd you get?
Nothing. Let me tell you why. Though.
Period.
Raul ordered flowers for me.
Aww.
Yeah, and you know he like with whoever he goes with every year that he usually does. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was like, what's going on? Like Raul, literally every morning on Mother's Day, like he always gives me like the biggest bouquet of flowers. And I'm not gonna lie, I know you shouldn't expect it, but like naturally, I was like, you know, where's my ramo buchon? And I didn't mention it all day, like I didn't until we were having the barbecue, and Raul was like, he's like, oh man, like I'm upset, like I had ordered you flowers, like, and I always get flowers from this person, but I guess they got so busy this year that I think they forgot that they put his order in because he had ordered it like in April. This episode of Chins and Giggles is supported by Liquid IV.
As a mom, it's the little things that count when it comes to self-care. For example, I just had a baby. I have to stay super hydrated because I'm breastfeeding. So Liquid IV has come in clutch, girl.
Girl, I feel you. I actually struggle to stay hydrated because, you know, it's harder to keep liquids down and to take all the liquids in that I should be taking. So something like Liquid IV that's hydrating faster, it's actually amazing.
Liquid IV is a category-winning hydration brand fueling your well-being, and their hydration multiplier is the one product you're missing in your daily routine.
Girl, in literally just one stick, you get 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster hydration than water alone. You use it first thing in the morning, before a workout, when you feel run down. A lot of people also like to take it like a night out, you know, before going out to drink, or even after a hangover to hydrate. There's so many reasons to take it, actually, just to hydrate in general.
My favorite flavor is pineapple, girl. It's giving tropical vibes. I'm here for the summer.
You know what? I'm obsessed with their flavors too. I like the strawberry one. In the past, I used to drink just like the straight up Liquid IV, like after a night out. And now that they have flavors, like I'll actually be enjoying them throughout the day. Like now I'm not just drinking it after a long day or after a night out. I'm actually drinking it because it's good.
What's even better is that Liquid IV cares about all of our kids' futures. Liquid IV believes that equitable access to clean and abundant water is the foundation of a healthier world. So they've donated over 39 million servings in 50 plus countries around the world.
And I'm here for it, girl. I think all moms could agree that when a brand wants to make a difference for our kids, girl, we love to see it. Grab your Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code CHINS at checkout.
That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code CHINS at liquidiv.com.
If you've watched us here on Chins and Giggles and you've heard us talk about HelloFresh,
I actually hadn't heard of HelloFresh until Karina introduced me, and girl, I'm glad you did because it is bomb.
If you have not heard of HelloFresh, HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit service. They deliver these recipes to your door with everything you need to make these meals, literally to the T in ingredients.
With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. So skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable.
That part, girl. HelloFresh takes the hassle out of mealtime this spring by delivering pre-portioned ingredients and easy-to-prepare recipes right to your door. You skip the checkout lines and you get outside in the warmer weather because HelloFresh has your dinner covered.
Good food is too precious to waste. HelloFresh's pre-portioned ingredients cut down on your food waste by at least 23% compared to grocery shopping, which is good for your wallet and the planet.
If you're looking for more ways to save this spring, HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping, y'all, and it's actually 25% cheaper than takeout. Inflation is real, girl, so this is a good option to save some coin and eat a little healthier too, because they have options for everybody.
Spend less time in the kitchen with quick and easy meals like HelloFresh's fast and fresh pineapple chicken tacos or falafel power bowls ready in 15 minutes or less. Girl, with a newborn, all I got is 15 minutes, so this is perfect.
And you guys, HelloFresh keeps your taste buds on their toes with 40 recipes and over 100 seasonal and convenience items to choose from each week. With so much variety, there are options for everyone and every lifestyle. You will never get into a recipe rut.
Y'all know HelloFresh is not just for dinner, right? Because that's what I thought. In fact, HelloFresh has you covered for every mealtime occasion, from snacks and easy lunches to seasonal celebrations and festive gatherings. With HelloFresh, you're getting seasonal ingredients picked at peak ripeness for quality you can taste. Ingredients travel from the farm to your home in less than 7 days, y'all, so you know they're fresh.
I love HelloFresh because it puts dinner on the table in 30 minutes. I don't have to go to the grocery store, buy a bunch of produce, and then half of the vegetables will like literally rot in the fridge. Like, let's keep it real. With HelloFresh, you get the ingredients to the T in measurements, so you know you're not wasting any of that food. And they're delicious, Mayra. They're literally like 5-star meals that you're making at home. Like meals that you wouldn't typically go out of your way to cook, but because you have everything you need, you like get it done and you're like, dang, I'm a chef.
Damn, girl, I'm really missing out, huh?
Not anymore, girl, because HelloFresh has an offer for you and all the listeners.
Go to HelloFresh.com/Chin16 and use code Chin16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/Chin16 and use code Chin16 to start your order today with America's #1 meal kit.
I was like, I don't care. It's fine. It's not literally not a big deal at all. Like, I know he would have like got me something, and like he always does. So it was just one of those things.
He always goes all out. Didn't he get you once like a chef and stuff and cooked for you?
Yeah, he's a queen. But I was like, it's fine. Like it's not a big deal at all. Like we still had fun. But it's funny because we hosted Mother's Day, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was kind of hectic. Like we woke up, showered. I was like, whoa, I got no time to get fucking ready. So like, let's go to the store. We got to go get all that.
That's how it is when you fucking host.
We have to go get all the food we need at the store. And then like, we're like, okay, we're having like 20 people over. Like we got to buy all this fucking carne and shit. And like over here spending like $300-$400 at the grocery store, bitch.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm. And we pull up here and then I was like, okay, well I have to make the macaroni salad. So I was making macaroni salad and I'm like editing something because I need to get it up, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to edit Squishy Bunny TikTok. So I'm like working on that. Raul's over on the grill. My dad's like showering upstairs. My mom's like, like, you know, my mom's like all mad because she's cooking, and where the fuck is my dad at? He's like upstairs. My dad's upstairs showering.
Mother's Day.
And then literally, or in the morning, like I was like rushing and I was like looking for something to wear, and I told Raul, like, can you, cause Raul was like getting dressed, and he's like, I was like, can you just throw this on her, like to put this on her, like her clothes. I was like, here, put this on her. No, I had gave him a dress. He put it on her, but then I was like, oh no, I found this, and this actually matches my dress. Put this on her. And then he was like, can you do it? And I was like, and then I was just stressed out because I was like getting ready and I was already running late, and I was like, well, happy Mother's Day to me, huh?
Stop.
Yeah, be all dramatic. And then he's like, okay, give me the fucking clothes. He just, like, put it on her.
Like, why are we so shady? I know I had a moment, I think yesterday too. I was like, I don't know what was going on. I was like, I'm doing a little too much for Mother's Day, girl. What's going on here? I was like, wait a damn minute.
I was like, well, happy Mother's Day to me, huh? Like,
I can't do it.
I pulled the Mother's Day all day. The Mother's Day card, imagine. But that was how Mother's Day was. It was fun.
Yeah. It was nice. I felt like for me, the morning I was like in such a good mood. Mm-hmm. Like, even though I didn't get ready or anything, like I was like, oh my god, like it's Mother's Day. Like, I don't know, it's a nice day, and I think every mama should be celebrated, period.
That part. And it's funny because we were talking about it, how before when we would celebrate my mom for Mother's Day, how we would get ready, do our makeup, do our hair. Like, I literally, like, dead ass, it's like since I had Mia, I have not been able to get ready for Mother's Day ever.
I know,
like, for real. Oh wait, I think I got ready like the first year, but like a little bit.
Yeah.
But like that day, I was like, I looked fucking crazy.
I feel like as the years go by, you probably have more, like, it gets better.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The first years, I'm sure, are rough.
I think because we hosted that day, like I just had no fucking time.
It was hard.
Or I feel like I know we talk about a lot about mom things, you guys, and it's just because like literally that's our life, you know. But
you know what? It's funny because I feel like I've seen people make fun of moms where they're like, oh, it's becoming like a
personality trait.
It's your personality trait. Like, yes, it is my personality trait. It's like, I'm a whole ass mother 24/7. It is literally what you do.
I feel like people only get it like if they have kids too, you know?
Yeah, because I've seen it like even before I had kids. Like, I've seen that, like, where they say like, oh, don't let it become your personality trait. It's like, well, what else is it supposed to be? What is it supposed to become? Like, when
it doesn't become your personality trait, but it's so heavily a part of your life. Like, you kind of,
how is it not your personality trait though?
That part, like, how is it
not?
Like, literally everything revolves around them. So like, even your jokes, everything becomes about them.
Everything.
You know? Yeah. Or like people who you know, like in this business, I'm just thinking like sometimes when people, when they don't have kids and they'll like say things and I'm like, oh my god, you don't get it, like it's a lot. Or like just in the workspace,
in the works. Well, now that I'm getting like back to like work and stuff, it is like, it's a lot. It's very overwhelming. Like I have like a freaking sponsor that's like due, and it was like due yesterday,
and we're really grateful to have the job we have when we're working from home. 100%. But you just notice like when people say things and I'm like, oh my gosh, you don't get it right now, but like, you know.
Yeah. Like I was like, I had a sponsor due yesterday, And I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. Like, it's fine. And just things are a lot more, like, you have to time things a lot differently with, like, a kid. Like, you realize before that how much time you really had.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, what did I do with my life before this?
Like, what did I do with my
time in the world?
Like, that's true procrastination.
True. Okay. I struggle with procrastination. And now on top of it with a kid, like, girl, I'm a struggle. Like, I'm a struggle, girl.
I procrastinate, but a lot of times I really am doing something. Like, I might have a task and I'm like, well, I'm busy with this task right now, so I'm gonna put this on the back burner.
Yeah. And
then when I'm closer to that deadline, then I'll get to this.
Yeah.
But I do that a lot with my team as well, like with my manager and all that. Like, you know, they'll be texting me like, okay, you're working on warehouse things right now. We know you're taking care of that. Like, when can you get to this? And I'm like, okay, well, I can get to it. I could get to it in this time, but something's gonna come up. Like, or I'll be like, you know, randomly on a phone call in a meeting with something, like with my managers, like with my team about something. And I'm telling my producer, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get these notes over to you in the next hour. I should be fine. And then it's like, how do I explain to them, like, oh, I know I wasn't working on this, but my kid just had me outside for an hour playing, and she wouldn't let me come in. Like, so then they're wondering, they're like, well, you said this time you were not gonna be working. Like, yeah, I wasn't at the warehouse, but how do I explain to you that my daughter was like having a tantrum and she would not let me sit down and get to it? You know what I mean? Like, little things like that where, like,
it's hard.
Sometimes, like, you could explain to your team, like, your schedule, and they're like, okay, well, you have free time on this window. And I'm like, but I'm also a mom.
Yeah.
And, like, there's absolutely
no other job.
There's no clocking in or clocking out of that part. Like, not only do I have to take care of this, like, I'm also a full-time mom. And I feel like as I became a mom, like, I've just put my foot down and said, like, look, this is just what's going on. And
which we're so blessed to do what we do.
Or like Mayra, getting on a Zoom call. Like sometimes randomly they'll be like, can you just hop on a call today? And I'm like, technically I can, but if you want to hear my kid screaming in the back, like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, a lot of times I'm like, oh my gosh, if it doesn't have to be a call, please text me, because, like, unless you want to hear my kid in the back, like, I can't just, like, take a corner on my desk and take a Zoom call for an hour. Like, my daughter's right here at my leg, pulling me, like, she's screaming. She wants to join the Zoom call too. You know, things like that. But it's just like little things that.
But we're so grateful with what we do.
Oh my gosh,
like,
so grateful. Like 100%.
Like, truly, I feel like, I mean, I don't know how long I would be on maternity leave, but when would I go back to work if I was, like, not?
Yeah, it's just like the own little struggles from working at home.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
we're so grateful for it.
This is like anybody though, like anybody with anything. Like, your friends might have certain expectations. Or
when I go to the warehouse,
around.
When I go to work at the warehouse, I feel like that's different because that's actually going in and doing hours at the warehouse. For that, there is times that I'm like, I have to leave Mia behind. There's no way I'm gonna get anything done. I take her with me and we have her playroom there, and she'll be distracted for a couple hours. Yeah. After a couple hours, she's like, I want to be held, or I want to go and play with a slime. I want to be in the back. And I'm like, you can't be back here, baby. Like, there's too many machines. Like, you can't be back here. Yeah. So a lot of times I'm like, I love you, girl, but, like, you got to stay behind if I want to get work done.
Yeah. And even, like, at home, I've always liked, I don't know, I feel like my friends know this. I love organizing, moving things around. I like cleaning. It's just, I love doing all of that.
Like, redoing your stuff.
And I can't, like, to me, a good day is when, like, I had, like, a meal to make and I picked up a little bit. That's, like, a good day to me, where I was able to actually cook something and, like, pick up, decorate. Like, recently, I had Brian go to the store to get me, like, a little wreath, or not wreath, a little wreath to put in the kitchen. I can't wait to go to fucking Home Goods. I know I mentioned this in the last podcast, but, like, things like that, I'm like, oh my God, the house is so, like, dirty. It's so hard to keep it clean. And there's, like, baby things everywhere. I came across on TikTok, like, a picture. I actually posted it yesterday on my stories, where it says like, hi, just stopping by. Like, can I, hi, I'm around the area. Can I just stop by? And it's like a picture with like a fucking mess, like with her baby and like baby stuff, food everywhere. I'm like, that's literally my house.
Yeah.
Like, and no, you can't fucking stop by. Imagine. Unless you're gonna come help me clean, girl. Imagine. Literally. No, but literally, like, I feel like if somebody pulled up to my house right now, I'd be like, shit, girl.
Like, girl, do you need something? Like not letting them in?
Hey! Like closing the door behind me? No, it's like and it's not even that dirty. It's mainly like baby stuff everywhere. My pumps.
I don't know how the beige moms do it. Like the ones that don't like, you know, that are very aesthetic. I'm like, how do y'all do it to keep your house clean from toys?
They're grabbing the fucking mess and throwing it to the side off camera. There ain't no damn way, girl.
In their beige basket.
Like beige toys, beige everything. First of all, my child changes like 5 times a day. How you got beige shit just backed up?
I don't know how people keep up with laundry. Like for real.
Well, I don't know how with a baby, you gotta wash like every day, girl.
Because there's literally days that I'm like, you got no clean clothes, girl. Like,
period. Put it on her.
And I'm like, oh shit, like we gotta do laundry again. Like,
oh my god. We recently got our nails done too. We got our nails done yesterday. My little nail broke right now on the corner.
Oh my god, that happened to mine yesterday.
Stop. It's because we got the acrylic.
Fixed it.
Oh,
fixed it, the corner.
It's because we got acrylic on our nails and he like molded like the tips, and obviously my nails are not like perfectly squared. So it like chipped a little bit in the corner.
That happened yesterday, like literally right after he did him. And he fixed it by like just.
They're so cute though. Karina, having your nails done, it really changes your mood, huh?
It does. I like having the short nails lately.
I love it. Well, first of all, I couldn't get any like nails because, you know, I don't want to scratch him or anything. But these are originally what I wanted to do when I was going to have him. Like, I wanted to get my nails done the day before.
I've been like really living for that short nail look.
I love it.
I'm here for it. I don't crave long nails at all.
It's a clean girl vibe, girl.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's talk about Shawty Bae. How she was out here in California last week.
Shawty motherfucking Bae, girl. I'm obsessed with her.
I mean, by the time we upload this, she might be out here again in California. She has said she was probably going to go to California again, no?
I'm not sure.
But Shawty Bae had her meet and greet.
Girl, oh my god.
It was crazy.
She's famousness for real.
I don't think she even realized like how much of a fan base, especially like in LA, you know, like with the Latinos and stuff. Like, I don't think she realized like how much she was in a scene.
She shut that shit down.
She shut the whole fucking mall.
Fucking Shawty Bae, man.
And I don't think any other bitch could do it like Shawty Bae.
No.
Yeah, nobody, like, they could never.
I feel like everybody, like, who doesn't know who Shawty Bae? I was asking my suegra yesterday. I'm like, do you know who Shawty Bae is? And she didn't. But that's how confident I am that everybody knows who Shawty Bae is.
Everybody knows who Shawty Bae is.
Yeah, like,
literally. But yeah, she shut the whole mall down. I feel like she didn't even realize like that how much she would see because she's in Minnesota. Like, I wonder how many people are out in Minnesota that recognize her there. They have to, I'm sure.
I had seen a TikTok. She was like at Mall of America.
Oh, okay.
And that's in Minnesota, right?
But like, how many Latinos are out there? Like, there's probably not as many.
Maybe not as many.
Because in LA, like, you know, everywhere. You know, like we have a huge population of Latinos over here.
Shawty
so I'm sure she was like, holy shit, when she walked up into that fucking mall. Like, how do you even walk into the mall?
I'm obsessed with her, Karina.
She's a queen, you guys. So you guys know how we had like talked about her coming on. Well, we had messaged her.
Let's say how it went down.
Yeah, we had messaged Shawty Bae and we were like, hey, queen. So like, I was like, hi, I think I just said, I had made a group chat and then she was like, hello or something. And I had just made it. And I was like, oh shoot, like she like had responded on there, but I hadn't sent the first message yet because I had just made it and I was like, what do I say?
Yeah.
And then she was like, hello or hi. I don't know.
No, she's like,
what's this?
What's this? Yeah.
She was like, what's this? Like with a group chat. And I was like, oh shit, I haven't sent the first message. And I was like, hi, Shawty Bae. I'm Karina and this is my sister Mayra. We have a podcast. We'd love to have you on. And she actually happened to have been live because, you know, she's like always live, queen shit. And she was actually, I guess, like live while she was like reading the message. And she was like, hey, it's Carmela and Maria.
Yeah. Like, period, Come on, Carmela and Maria.
And like, it's funny because now whenever I post a TikTok, he will be like, Carmela looks good here or shit like that. I'm like, period. My name's Carmela.
I always read it Carmela and Maria.
Carmela, yeah. And I'm like, period. And my name's Carmela, whatever. Right. You know? But yeah, we had like talked about it. And then she was only in LA, like, I think like a day and a half.
She left pretty quick.
She left pretty quick. I don't think you watched the podcast, Queen, but if you do, we'd love to have you on. We had discussed it, guys, but we never got back to it because she was literally here just for the meet and greet, and that was it.
Yeah, she's a booked and busy queen.
She's a booked and busy queen, and if she could come on, period, like we'd love to have her. And if she can't, also, like she's such a fucking icon.
She's booked and busy. Go off, Queen.
Like she could be out here for a month and be
obsessed with her, Karina.
She's hilarious.
I'll be like literally. This is my day. Okay, because this girl goes live what, like 3 times a day? She's live the whole day.
Live right now.
Probably live right now, like for real.
She's funny as
I'll
fuck.
literally be like feeding Noah. I'll be anything. I'll be changing Noah's diaper and I'm there like watching. What was gonna say? Watching Carmela, bitch. What? Watching her name's Vanessa, right?
Yeah.
I'll be watching Shawty Bae and she's over here like, I love when she goes live with Jose. Oh, Jose is an icon too.
Yeah, she goes out with her friend Jose.
Did you hear his voice? Recently, he like exposed himself. He was like, they were out eating and he's like ordering. He's like, oh shit, I thought I was on mute. And he's like, his real voice comes out.
Because I was gonna say he talks exactly like Shawty Bae.
Yeah. He's funny. An icon too, though. He's both really so funny. Like they're so funny.
I love when they're like not fighting, but when they're like bickering with each other on live.
They're so fucking real.
Like, and you could tell they're that close of friends that they'll just bicker with each other. Like, your rudeness, and she'll be like, "It's my live." Like, it's just funny.
Right? I feel like she's making everybody's picking up on her lingo.
I love it. Dude, like, I feel like I'm slowly picking up on her lingo.
Yeah.
She's so funny.
Who is that guy she goes live with? I
ship them,
man. What is his name?
She goes live with a lot of people.
Wilito.
Oh, yeah.
Her and Wilito, I'm like, can y'all just marry each other already?
Now Wilito marrying Shawty Bae.
It's funny because everybody no. I mean, you know that they wouldn't date, but like, I look at ship him. I'm like, come on, Wilito, period.
And I love when she like flirts with people on live. I'm like,
flirt,
period, bitch.
You should know if you're cute. I'm like,
she is so fucking funny. I feel like Shawty Bae is literally like
so real,
everybody's true self, but she doesn't give a fuck. She's just like,
she is who I am, like behind closed doors.
Yeah, you know how like you have maybe like what you present to the world and what you are in real life, but you're just probably like shy to just be like that true authentic self.
Yes.
Like she's that like to the 100%. Like she'll say anything on her mind.
She out here farting on lives. No,
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, she was like laying on her bed. She's like, my stomach hurts, and she's like letting that shit rip, bitch. I was like, me, imagine.
She's a fucking
me at night, like watching her live. Like, why?
That is so funny. It's like when you have moments like that at home, when you're just letting that shit fucking rip and just being yourself. She's just so that real. Like to the world. Like
she is a fucking queen. Shawty Bae, we'd love to have you on the podcast, queen.
Shawty Bae, we are your biggest fans. You're a fucking icon. And I'm so happy for her, Mayra, because
so happy for
what she's doing, dude. Like fucking
I don't think she understood. Does her mom know how famous she is? Like
she does now after seeing her shut down the whole fucking city. Shutting down California.
Like it's so cute though. Like she recently was at a party, like her family's party, and like her tias were like all proud
hyping her up and shit. Yeah, like her TikToks. I was like fucking icon.
Oh my god.
I'm sure her whole family's like, damn, like she really fucking is famousness.
And you know she's been like on Vine and everything before this. I didn't really I know she's been kind of known, but like I mean she's at her peak right now.
She's at her fucking she's fucking blown the fuck up.
I mean I'm fucking sure big celebrities know of her.
100%. She was live with Kali Uchis and Kali Uchis. Did you see that live?
I know you were telling me about it.
She was on live with Kali Uchis, and I think Kali Uchis was like, she was kind of like offended that like Shawty Bae didn't know who she was or whatever. I don't know, some shit like that, but bitch, I live for it. I live for it.
Shawty Bae humbling people.
Like, anyway, yeah, or just like, just the way she talks, and she'll just say like somebody will tell her something, and then she just said something like bloop, like it's just hilarious.
I feel like the oh my gatos is like sticking to me. Oh my gatos, like,
or oh my,
yeah. I'll be like, she'll be live and I'll be like commenting like oh my, or like oh my gatos.
She is hilarious.
Like last time she was like flirting with a guy and I was just like oh my, like putting oh my, like she everybody's like so has her lingo.
Iconic.
Or esta caneta dura. I was trying to do that TikTok yesterday. I was like,
I truly I just feel like she's so funny and relatable.
She's so relatable.
She's literally just so real. Yeah. So real. Like so real. The real that you're almost afraid to be. Like sometimes when you're afraid to be too real, like she's that real.
Yeah.
She don't give a fuck.
She doesn't.
And that literally like just it's everything.
She's queen.
So funny. But we love you, Shawty Bae.
We love you, queen. You're an icon. You're doing big things, queen.
You're doing big things, mama. And this is just the beginning. Like, just the beginning. Imagine she was actually living out here in LA, dude. Dude, she's like,
yeah.
Is Shawty Bae a celebrity? I feel like Shawty Bae's a celebrity.
I mean, did you see the fucking... She shut down that shit, girl. Of course she is.
She's literally a celebrity. Well,
people don't know how to fucking act, too.
People también se pasan.
Did you see that video where she's, like, getting arrested? Like, why?
Getting arrested?
And, like, there's this girl, she's yelling, and she's like, fuck that bitch. I waited out here 5 fucking hours. I'm like, bitch, if you're out here offending her like that, you weren't a fan.
She got a lot of haters, too.
That's why, too, I'm like... in that mall,
y'all are living for her. Whether you like her or not, you're living for her.
That part. Okay, guys. So switching topics a little bit, we wanted to ask you guys. We wanted you guys to confess your craziest confessions. We've done this in the past. We have done it.
I love reading fucking juicy, crazy shit from y'all,
and they're so funny. So,
and guys, whenever we ask you guys to confess stuff, just go in. We're never gonna say your name.
We're not gonna expose you, girl. So we're not
gonna say your name, but we like hearing the tea,
right? It's only hard because the confessions, like, it's hard to put like their whole story down. So maybe let's go through some, and then we'll go through DMs too, because I have some people.
People in DMs will go in detail. I love that.
They're anonymous, right? Someone else scared.
Of course.
Okay. So I had screenshotted.
I feel like we should have like an email where they could submit their emails and like detail. And we give them advice and stuff like that. Let us know, you guys, and we'll create something for y'all. Maybe you guys could even send a voice message. We could switch your voice.
When we first were starting the podcast, we had an idea of doing like phone calls where they leave a message and we play it.
Yes, and if you guys are figure that out, because we could do different things, you guys. If you guys are worried about maybe using your real voice, we could literally like edit your voice to sound like a robot.
Yes,
so that way it's like super anonymous, you know?
Yeah, I love that. Okay, the first one. This one's a little... I don't know what the fuck to feel about this shit. I'm like, yeah, ballsy as fuck. What? Me and my friend had sex in the same bed at the same time. Not a threesome, though. So, like, she was fucking her man, and her friend was fucking her man.
Oh, some people are like that.
Bitch, that's a little crazy.
Some friends are, like, really close like that, where they'll be, like, fucking in front of each other, and I'm like... it's a little bit much for me, girl.
I don't know, girl. That's like, a little weird. I love you to death.
Or like I've heard like, you know, stories and stuff where your friend will be like getting it on and you're like 2 feet away and you're just like respecting that they're getting it on and you're just doing your thing, and I'm like,
really fully fucking though?
Yeah, there's friends like that they'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, do my thing, like just ignore us, and they're like right there, and maybe even if they're covered up or whatever, even regardless, I just feel like I'm not that friend where like I would feel a little bit uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. Like if you tell me, like if you're that friend that says like, hey Karina, can you go, we're gonna fuck real quick, okay, I'll just go home.
All right, y'all, I'm stepping out. But okay, even that's crazy, right? If you're in the corner fucking and I have to close my eyes, I don't know, that's still crazy. But like fucking in the same bed, bitch, you're touching legs and all.
How old are they? Because like young people, they're like down for anything. Well, you know, they're not all young people, but you know,
desperate times calls for, what is it called?
It's like sometimes, you know, maybe like
desperate measure. No,
maybe it's like a little king too. Like it kind of gets them excited. Like, ooh, we're all doing it in the same bed. It's like orgy vibes, but we're not actually doing an orgy.
Come on, orgy.
But like, there's people that, you know, might see that as like attractive. It's like, Mayra, people that do things knowing other people are like possibly watching, or like the fear of getting caught. The adrenaline that comes with the fear of getting caught sometimes, like kind of like brings a spice into it. Maybe that is one of those things that it's like, oh, they're right here next to us doing it, like, and it like turns them on. I don't know. I just feel like I would be way too fucking uncomfortable.
You gotta be like really comfortable and horny as shit to do that.
No, I just can't. Like, personally,
I mean, go the fuck off, queen. You want to have an orgy party? Go off, honestly.
There's people like that it's just their vibe. For me, it's not my vibe.
That shit is just like, holy shit.
For me, it's like, okay, girl, just like, I'll leave.
Not that I'm out here confessing. We're over here judging. Like,
no, I'm not judging. I'm just, we're just giving our
honestly, go off, queen.
Go off. It's just that it ain't me. Girl, did you know that we're eating and drinking roughly a credit card's worth of plastic a week, girl? We're literally eating plastic.
Yup, that's right, girl. The products that we're using every day are ultimately contaminating our water supply, generating hundreds of microplastics that we end up ingesting.
The fact that we're eating plastic is mind-blowing, girl. So Blueland is set to do something about it, you guys. Eliminate the need for single-use plastic in the products that we reach for every day.
Did you know that an estimated 5 billion plastic hand soaps and cleaning bottles are thrown away each year?
Oh, I'm sure. Think about how many you go through even like in a month. And if that's not bad enough, girl, most cleaning formulas are 90% water, which is heavy to ship, by the way, leading to excess carbon emissions.
Plus, those products are often filled with nasty ingredients like chlorine and ammonia. That's a lose-lose situation for you and the planet, girl.
So Blueland is on a mission to eliminate single-use plastic by reinventing cleaning essentials to be better for you and the planet.
And their idea is simple. They offer endlessly refillable cleaning products with a beautiful, cohesive design that look great on your countertop.
For example, they'll send you like a multi-surface cleaner bottle, right? And they send you tablets. So the tablets is what you're making the formula with, but you're using the same bottle. And they're so cute, like the aesthetic of it all, girl.
From cleaning sprays to hand soap, toilet bowl cleaner, and laundry tablets, all Blueland products are made with clean ingredients you can feel good about. I don't know about you guys, but cleaning products just always have the strongest irritating smell.
Try their Clean Essentials kit, which has everything you need to get started. It comes with 3 bottles of cleaner, plus a bottle of hand soap, and it comes in beautiful light scents. So none of that toxins. I know what you mean, girl. The scents are so strong sometimes, like literally, like you'll be like cleaning and it smells like toxins in the kitchen. But with these, it has such beautiful light scents, you know, like iris agave, fresh lemon, eucalyptus mint, nice refreshing light. And that's what I want to smell when I want to smell clean, girl.
Blueland has an offer just for our listeners. Get 15% off your first purchase of any product. Our orders just came in and I love the packaging. It's so freaking cute. I can't wait to display it in my kitchen.
It's like simplicity, but also organized. It's giving clean girl aesthetic. I'm here for it. And like these bottles are so cute.
So freaking cute.
So we definitely made the move to Blueland and we can't wait to start using the Clean Essential Kit, girl. I'm actually going to take this to the warehouse right now. I low-key want to go clean a toilet bowl. Imagine that.
To get 15% off your first order, go to blueland.com/chins. You won't want to miss this.
That's blueland.com/chins.
Someone said, I'm talking to a 30-year-old being 16 and he's a teacher.
Oh, nah. Is that real? OMG.
This is a student talking to her teacher.
Okay, look. There is a lot of situations like this. Actually, I remember like literally the school we went to.
Teacher.
And I was not surprised because that guy was a flirt. I remember he would flirt with the students all the time.
Yeah.
Which he was like such a funny teacher that I honestly never thought about it. But looking back, I'm like, dude, that's weird. Like these are literally children.
Yeah.
Like we were high schoolers, but still.
Was he the one that would like touch asses and stuff? Is that what you said?
He would touch asses?
I thought you had told me that he would like spank girls' asses and stuff.
I don't remember that.
Or was that Brian that told me? Because Brian also had him.
Yeah.
As a teacher.
Well, I just remember he would say some crazy comments about his sex life, and I was like, and we thought it was hilarious.
No, I think Brian would smoke with him. I don't know, girl. This is how comfortable this teacher was.
It's just funny because like we thought, like I remember he would just talk about his sex life, and I thought it was so funny, and I was like 17, 18. Mm-hmm. But looking back, I'm like, you're talking about how like details on how you make love to your wife to like 17-year-olds, like that's kind of weird, you know. But he was such a funny teacher that I guess we just saw it as his personality. But I'm like, that's kind of like grooming a little bit, no?
And then years like down, we find out that he like got arrested or fired.
He got arrested for like sleeping with the kids. Well, sleeping with he was sleeping with one of the girls, I think.
That is
with a high school girl,
and he was married. I wonder how many times this happens and they don't get caught.
A lot of times.
Like feelings, how do the feelings even get there? Who makes the first move? Like, are you making the first move?
Crazy,
is he making the first move?
Yeah.
Like, y'all, so how do you guys play it off? You know, class ends, everybody's slowly leaving.
I feel like
and you're 16, like the last one there. Like
16 and 30 is a
big gap.
That's a big gap.
That's a big
First
gap.
of all, you're underage in general, you know. And like, maybe if he was like 20 something, like you're still underage and you should still not be with him.
That's like,
but
14 years.
Even that is like what? But 30, like, girl,
it's in a school, girl. Like, how worse does that get?
I don't understand. Like, if you're a teacher too, like, wouldn't you think like this is like off limits? 100%?
You're risking it all.
You're risking your literal career, your whole everything, your job, your life. Like, and these are literally like. I mean, come on, you're 30 and this is literally a teenager and that's grooming.
Oh my God.
Like, how are you going to tell me you're in love with this child? She's literally a child. 16, You're 30. Like, come on.
That's
girl,
crazy.
get out of that. Like, this is like That's not okay.
And then some of them, wasn't there like I don't know if this is like a storyline that I had heard somewhere, but they had gotten married like after. Like after this person, I think it was the other way around. It was a lady and it was a kid.
I saw that. I think it was a doctor.
She got like arrested and shit, and they still even got married after.
Yeah, like she says that she actually grew feelings for him.
I mean, well, there was definitely feelings involved, girl. They were fucking around, but they ended up actually getting married and having kids.
Crazy, huh?
Like, damn, how'd y'all meet? I was a student. I was his student.
Like, what? That's crazy, girl. Someone said my husband. Sorry.
Okay,
my husband confessed when he was drunk that he wants a threesome.
Oh,
here's the thing: it's with another man.
Shut the fuck up.
And then now that after he was drunk, he pretends he doesn't know what she's talking about. He never brought that up.
No, don't.
Yeah.
No, because that would fuck me up.
So imagine your man confessing that he's down for a threesome with a guy when he's drunk. And then when he's sober, he has no recollection.
Oh my.
Of him saying that.
No.
Well, okay, first and foremost, the threesome thing, bitch.
No, bitch, if he's asking for a threesome, you already got me fucked up. And now you're saying a man? Bitch, you got me fucked up on another level, bitch. Now I don't know who the fuck I'm with. First of all, I don't know where to start because I feel like it would throw me off, period.
I feel like in general, see, I know every relationship is different.
Relationship is different.
But I truly try to wrap my head around the whole threesome thing, and I'm like, how do you want to see your man fucking another bitch in front of you?
I'm sorry, I can't.
I really try to see it, Mayra. There's relationships, Mayra, where they'll just be having threesomes left and right, and they're like, let's do it and all.
Bitch, when they say sharing is caring, that ain't what they mean, girl. I can't do that shit. I'm sorry. I feel like I literally like.
What do you think about open relationships like that, for real?
I wouldn't be able to. I see it, on TikTok randomly, like random shit comes up on here for you. And I'll be seeing like, like open relationships, how like, oh my God, I came across a girl the other day. She was like, yeah, like, so my husband has a date with a new girl and it went really well. And I think, like that, Karina, having a random conversation in the car, bitch. And you guys go straight to the fucking comments. You're like, hold the fuck up, what's going on here?
Let me get my popcorn.
No, and everybody's, like, I want to say like 90% of the population is not for it. Like for sure. They're like, what the fuck?
When it really like, when you really get to know the real relationship, when you ask them like, okay, well, you have all these threesomes with these girls. How does it feel about you having a threesome with another guy? And usually it's like, oh, no, we don't do that. Like, okay, so he don't want to have a threesome with another guy because he don't want to see another man banging those cheeks, girl. But when it comes to the girl, he's all about it. And that's how you know, like, is it really an open relationship or does he just want to fuck other bitches? And I think that's the reality. And that's the reality that a lot of y'all don't want to face. Sorry.
Stop.
I'm sorry, but it's just true, Mayra. There's literally relationships, Mayra, that they'll be like, yeah, we sleep with all these girls, but God forbid we bring a man into this because ain't no way somebody else is fucking her. Ooh, he can fuck any other bitch he wants. But let's just call it a threesome. Oh my God. So I could let it slide that way. There's literally relationships like that, and I'm like,
so do you not see it, girl? He just trying to fuck other bitches, and it's different when they're threesomes and then they're open relationships because you could have a threesome and like if he still fucks her like aside of you, you're cheating.
If the relationship is open, it should be open on both ends, and not just you getting fucked by the same dude and him fucking all these other bitches. You should be able to go fuck all these other guys too if it's really open like he says it is.
I have a question. Like, does he finish in her or in you, bitch? Because bitch, you got me fucked up. Karina, that part, girl.
And this is why I'm not judging you if you have threesomes. Go the fuck off. I feel like, but I genuinely do feel like, for the most part, I feel like threesomes are usually with like, like single people, right? Like that are willing to have fun and they want to,
I mean,
to each their own.
People that like are couples and they have threesomes, like go the fuck off. Could not be me.
To each their own. But I feel like I fully understand when a friend says like, oh yeah, I had threesome, like single life, we're all just ready to have fun. Like, yeah, I could totally see that.
I feel like to have a threesome, you both openly have to be like completely open to the idea, because if there's a little fucking doubt,
open, though. But you both have to be open. It's like, are you gonna tell me that like we could have threesomes with girls, but like why can't we have a threesome with a guy? Well, I mean, in this case, he's down.
No, because that would throw me the fuck off too, though.
I know, right? I get it.
Because, I would think like he's bi.
I mean, he either wants to see you get
dick down or he want to get dick down.
No. Oh my God. It's one true. Of those. It's true. I mean, yeah, if he's down, like, but that's the thing too. Like, I feel like when it comes to threesomes, if you guys are going to agree to an open relationship, he better be down to that you fuck other foods too. Period. Because a lot of times when you hear about open relationships, it's usually just the guy bringing other bitches to the bed. And you're like, how is this open? It's one-sided to me, bitch.
That's crazy.
And it sounds like you're just not committed to this relationship, but you don't want to lose her. So you're like, let me...
Karina, imagine in general.
And the girl too is just kind of dealing with it because she just wants to
imagine in general, Karina, Raul's drunk and he asks you, he wants to have a threesome.
Bye.
Bitch, I'm throwing hands. I don't know. Like
go fuck the other bitch. What you need me for?
that
hold
part.
Your hand.
Dude.
No.
What if it's his dream girl?
Oh my god.
I'm going off tangent a little bit, but I was like on TikTok, Karina. Bitch, everything we come across is TikTok. Like, what is going on? So this girl was like, if he ain't treating you how do I word this? If he ain't treating you like the princess you are or how you expect to be treated, then maybe you're not his dream girl. Because if you were his dream girl, he's going to go above and beyond and do everything. And everybody in the comments is like, now I'm just fucking mad. I'm like, bitch, think about it. His dream girl. Mm-hmm. He respects her, probably buys her flowers and treats her like... And if he ain't doing that, maybe you're just not
the dream girl.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Man, that ain't shit. I would literally, guys, it's funny because I'm that girl that I'm in a happy relationship. I think my man's amazing. But when my friends are telling me about their problems, I'm like, man, ain't shit.
Right? You start getting mad at your man.
And I stand on that, even if I have a loving man at home.
No, literally. If I hear any crazy stories... Like, I start picturing myself in that scenario. And I'm over here, like, giving Brian the side eye, like, if you fucking do this shit, like, oh my God, I don't know.
I know.
Okay. In a 7-year relationship, I still love my ex. Talk to him all the time.
Oh, no.
Girl, you're 7 years in and you're still not over him?
I still love my ex and I talk to him all the time?
She said love. She loves her ex.
That's a big word, mama.
Oh my God.
That's a big word.
So why aren't you with him if y'all still y'all been talking for 7 years in love? Just leave the damn guy.
Like, if you guys are literally talking all the time, like, what is keeping you in your current relationship?
What is what is stopping you?
Like,
you're already cheating.
There's nothing in your way. Oh, your new man of 7 years. That's a complicated one. I don't even know what to say to that.
I don't know, hard. Girl. That's a little hard.
Girl, don't leave this man on. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, like if y'all both agreeing to liking each other, just leave the poor guy and go with the one you're in love with.
OMG. Okay, so this one says, one time my friend sent me to find out if our mutual guy friend liked her. When I was talking to him, he and I ended up hooking up. I tried to tell her, and she didn't believe me and still pursued him for years. He and I stayed friends with benefits for 4 years.
I'm confused.
Okay, so basically, say you and your friend, like she really likes this guy. Mm-hmm. So you're like, I'm gonna talk to him and tell him you like him. Oh. That kind of vibe where you're trying to hook them up together. Mm-hmm. But then she, ended up hooking up with him. She still pursued him, which they probably dated. But she stayed friends with benefits with him for like years.
I'm trying to get my friend to date him, but then I end up pursuing him.
Yeah, but they date, and you've been his side piece for years. Why did she do that? Because I don't know. Like she knew that her friend liked him, so she tried to hook them up together. And they ended up together, but because they ended up hooking up as she was trying to hook him up with him, she was like, they were friends with benefits for 4 years.
While they were dating?
Yeah.
That's not a friend.
That part.
That ain't a friend, girl.
Oh my God. In the world, the person that confesses is saying like she's a friend. OMG, girl.
Girl, what's going on here?
That's crazy.
Girl, you got some thinking to do. I don't know about that, girl. That's sad. Did she ever tell her?
She said that when she first started trying to like tell him about her, that they had like hooked up, but that she didn't take it serious or something. I don't know.
See, I don't know. Like, I feel like with my friends, if that happened, I would tell her like, girl, something happened. Mm-hmm. It ain't gonna be you. It's gonna be me. Imagine. Oh my God. I have a bad habit of looking through my man's phone. Not necessarily because I think I don't trust him or anything, but I'm just very curious sometimes what he's up to. Anyways, I recently was on his IG and she found a message of him planning to propose to her. You know, when you're just curious, like,
my God.
I fully trust Brian. I fully trust him, but like, you know, sometimes I'm like, you just have that little doubt, you know, like, I don't know, like Karina was telling me this, right? Like randomly, like you'll randomly in a blue moon. Not actually, let me take that back. Not that you have your doubts, but I'm sure
you don't have your doubts. You're just like, let me just see.
Yeah.
If I'm blind.
Right? Let me see if I've been missing something, girl. No, like, yeah, randomly, like, I'll, you know, like, go through his phone or whatever. And imagine, like, ruining your own fucking proposal.
Okay, that sucks. Like, going through your man's phone and seeing he's gonna propose to you.
Fuck. Not because if you're gonna do that, you gotta make sure you go through the messages, like, after y'all are proposed, after every surprise is out the fucking window.
That sucks. Like, finding that out.
Can you imagine?
Because, like, you just wanted to see if he was being faithful, and now you're seeing that he's gonna propose to you, and you just ruined your own surprise for being toxic.
I mean,
it's hard, guys.
Not being like, toxic. I think a lot of people like do it. Like you just naturally go through your man's phone.
I think it's toxic if you're constantly doing it.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you do feel the need to constantly check his phone, it's because you know you can't trust him. Mm-hmm. I do think it's very normal to occasionally do it, like once in a blue moon.
You're just curious, like
just out of curiosity. Like I trust my man. I know I ain't gonna find shit. Yeah, but I'm just like, let me just see if I'm gonna find something. You know, like let me just. I mean,
there's you know that you're not gonna find anything.
You're just like, let me just lurk, you know. Yeah, and like you know you're not gonna find anything, but
she's out here running her own surprise.
That sucks, dude.
Like what the heck?
Oh my gosh, I would be devastated. Speaking of that, have you seen the girls on TikTok that will go live and they'll like call people's mans and like try to see if they cheat on her or not?
Oh, I know.
There's this girl, she's blowing up recently. There's a few people that do that, huh? Mm-hmm. But there's this
where they basically like they'll have you you literally pay them. So these girls are out here
EXO Jazz. That's the one I've been seeing lately too. She goes live and you like pay her and you give her like your man's information or whatever, and like she'll call them. I think she FaceTimes them, then calls them.
And then just sends a picture of herself.
A picture and says like, "Oh, sorry, I thought you were Leo or whatever." And then they pursue her or they don't.
Yeah.
After her sending the pic, it's like bait.
It's giving very what is that? That one little thing that they do on Blueland. That one.
Oh, when is it the chocolates?
Is that Blueland or is that another radio?
Isn't it
no.
Erasmo de Chocolate?
Yes. It's giving that.
It's giving that.
Which, by the way, guys,
I've been on Erasmo de Chocolate. Remember I was on that?
Oh my God, yes.
Years ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And now it's gonna fucking look it up.
No, don't do it. It wasn't embarrassing. Like it's because you know how it is, guys.
I forgot about that.
No, don't look it up, Mayra, please.
Really?
Because it was a full Spanish interview, and I feel like sometimes I'm insecure about my Spanish.
Don't say that.
Because like I'm obviously fluent in Spanish, but I just remember like it was one of my first Spanish interviews, and I was so nervous.
Wait, is it like? Are you on YouTube?
It was on the radio, so I don't think it was filmed. It was like more like a radio interview.
Slime con Karina Garcia y Erasmo.
Oh yeah. So after after that, we actually made slime, and that's what we did.
Stop.
But the actual interview was like on the radio. It wasn't on camera.
Oh my God.
And then like we went to go eat with him. His daughter was a fan and stuff. She was a queen. Yeah. That's a fucking trip.
Vamos a hacer slime.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, I forgot
Karina,
about
this is a fucking trip.
I know.
Because I listen to that radio like every day.
My parents, you guys, my dad. I remember I brought him a hat because they gave me merch. My dad was so excited.
My heart.
My parents were so excited.
Karina, I have a question because this is a fucking trip. Like knowing that you did all this like stuff, like going on Ellen and all, it's a fucking trip because I feel like now, I don't know. I feel like now, like if we go to events and stuff, you're very like, please, Mayra, go. Like if you don't go, I don't want to go, right? And seeing like all this like stuff you've done, and I'm like, how the fuck did she pull through? Because you're very about like, if you don't go, I don't go. And I'm like, Karina, bitch, you were on fucking Ellen, you were here, you were that. How did she like pull through and do that? That's crazy.
I don't know.
Isn't that kind of like crazy though to think about?
Mayra,
like,
I think in the moment
you just fucking do it.
There was just a time where like they were like, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're going here, you're going there. There was a moment that I was
being like nervous. Would you get like really nervous?
I would get extremely nervous
because I feel like even the Erasmo and la Chocolata, I would be like, oh my god, I've heard this show my whole life. I would be freaking out.
I feel like in general, I'm a pretty shy person. So to think that I've ever been on TV is honestly shocking.
That is crazy
to me, myself, Mayra, because the very first time I was ever on TV was Good Morning America live.
Holy shit.
Live. And I remember that it was like at 4 a.m., a 4 a.m. call time in New York. So that was like 1 a.m. time here. Wow. Exhausted as fuck. Had just landed like the night before. So tired. Hadn't slept shit. Had to wake up like at 2 a.m. to get ready. Well, no. Did they do makeup and hair? I think they did. No. I can't fucking remember. I think they did hair, but I did my own makeup. And it was literally there in Central Park. Live. The song wasn't even
like
out
an audience
yet.
Or
yes, there was a shitload of people there.
What?
Good Morning America, Mayra. They got fucking people like desperate to be on like on the
Karina, that's crazy.
in the crowd.
Bitch, you were on Good Morning America.
That was my first ever like
Karina,
TV.
like bitch, what?
That was the first ever, Mayra. So imagine my first ever on TV thing.
I would pass out. I would pass out
live, Mayra. I damn near shit myself, but I was like, I can't do anything. Like I cannot mess up because this is live, bitch.
Which one were you like the most nervous on? Ellen
had me on a fucking like definitely shook the fucking city. Ellen was like, I got hit up like on a Friday and they were like coming on Monday type of vibe, and I was like, oh my god, okay.
How was she?
She was, I mean, honestly, I only saw her like for those minutes that I was on the
Have you heard the rumors that she's like rude?
Well, honestly, like on camera she was like whatever, she was cool, but like I never got to meet her before that. It was just kind of like I had to audition what the fuck, no not audition. I did not audition. They reached out to me. I had to practice with the producers like an hour before. Like the producers and I will, because you every time you go on set for anything, the producers will go, they take you out to the set and you like practice. That's for sure. Like for any show I've ever been on, you have like you're practicing with producers because you don't just want to just go out there and do like lo pendejo, you know. And I remember I practiced with the producers and they were like, you're gonna do this, you're gonna teach them how to make slime. Reese Witherspoon was there too. She's an icon. It was Reese Witherspoon and Ellen. And they were both like making slime.
That's crazy.
And I went on there and there was like some things cut out. At first I thought it was gonna be live, but it didn't end up being live. Because I remember Ellen straight up asked me how much money I made.
Huh?
And I just felt like, oh my god, Ellen, like I can't just not answer to her.
What did you tell her?
I said a fucking number. Because I just
Shut up.
I freaked out and I said
what you made.
I think I was like, enough. I think I just said like I make enough.
And she tried to get it out of you.
And I think she straight up was like, how much? Like this much?
Stop.
And she like said a number and I was like, yeah. And of course, like, you know, and then I was just like, oh shit, I really just said that. But the producers actually ended up cutting that part out, which I was actually grateful for. I was actually grateful for that. I think they knew like she shouldn't have asked her how much money she makes. But you know, but
that's so funny.
I honestly thought she was cool. Like she was making slime, she was like making a mess, and I think that was funny that she was just making a mess with it and didn't know what she was doing.
That is crazy.
And it was just that. It was so short, Mayra. It was so short, and it was like, okay, you're done. It didn't hit me until after. I remember getting in the car and I was like, I was just on Ellen, and I started crying. I was like, oh my god, I was on Ellen, and that was the moment it hit me. But in the moment, I was just like, let's do it. I'm not gonna lie, like I much rather go on a show and not have any idea who the host is, because that's when you're comfortable. When you have no clue who the fuck they are. But when you know who they are, that's when you're nervous.
Yeah.
Because I used to go on like, I'm not even gonna lie, like there was a moment that I went on so many fucking shows.
Remember the Kelly Clarkson one?
I went on the Kelly Clarkson
That's when we went with you. I think that's the only show I was able to go with you. Like, it was me, Peter, and Luis, right? Or was it just me and Peter?
I'm not sure.
And we're like backstage. No, this is funny.
Kelly Clarkson was
one?
super sweet.
She was a queen. It was so good to see like the behind the scenes. We were like in the green room, I guess. Me and Peter, and they even, you know how like when they had the little breaks where you dance.
The lady was there too. La mamá, ¿cómo se llama?
Who?
Oh yeah, Sharon Osbourne was there too.
Yeah.
And we were sitting down because we were like we're talking about something, and she was like sitting next to me, and she was just talking to me and stuff. I was like, oh my god, queen, I love you. And
it's insane.
like, yeah, she was such a queen. She was so sweet. The Sharon Osbourne.
Weren't you gonna go on the reel too, and it just didn't end up happening?
I remember them bringing it up.
That was
a
big deal because we're huge fans of the reel.
Yeah, that like slipped through the cracks. They had mentioned like when you get you on the reel, but it just didn't happen.
My god, that would have been.
But honestly, like I'm so grateful for all the shows I did go on. I never thought
that
I would.
Was just crazy.
I feel like Ellen was definitely the one that was like a big goal, and
that was like insane to us.
I never thought it would actually really happen.
Yeah,
but I mean, damn, I don't know how the fuck I did it truly though, because I was super nervous.
Because you are like. Me and Karina are shy people.
And now at events, like,
and when it comes to events, because I've been questioning her, my bitch. I'm not even fucking asking me if I'm going or not.
And like, okay, I just want to say this because like people will see me at events like lit and shit, and they're like, "How is she shy? Like she's like super out there, like having a blast, like life of the party,
getting lit as fuck."
That's because I'm confident on some alcohol, girl. Like think about it when you like loosen up with drinks. But when I first pulled up to an event, like. And like my peers could say this, like other people, like I'm sure they notice, like okay, she might be a little shy, like when you first say hi, like hi, hey queen. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna act
aren't
shy.
We all though? Like aren't we all a little shy?
I feel like we're all just a little shy. Like when I go to an event and I say hi to people, I'm just like, hey queen. Like I try to be like, hey queen, but deep down I'm like a little nervous when I'm walking in naturally because you know it's an event and you're like, oh, who's here? And you say hi, and like I might not be as talkative in the beginning, and it's just because I just might be shy a little bit. Yeah. But like after a couple of drinks, of course I'm a fucking like social butterfly once I drink and stuff. But overall, like in real life, I consider myself to be a little shy because even with my in-laws, like they could tell you like, yeah, Karina's shy. But like her, like you see her online and you're like, this bitch is like crazy.
I think like people when they approach you, they're like, oh, like hey queen. They think you're gonna be like, oh, and then they see that side of you and they're like, wait, she's shy? What? You know?
Yeah, like honestly,
Karina, guys, that Mexico fucking trip, bitch. I was watching those stories.
Oh yeah, people were like, shy where? I'm like, no, I know,
Karina,
I get it.
You were like,
but like I could definitely like once I'm comfortable around you, like I could be a social butterfly.
Oh, you're a social butterfly, but
I do have my shy side.
Yeah.
Especially when public speaking. 100%.
The point is, girl, that Karina is the kind, like, I'm like exposing a little bit. She is the kind, like, if I don't go with her to an event, she's low-key like,
I'm freaking out.
She's freaking out. And a lot of the time she won't go. I'm like, Karina, girl, like, you have to go to this freaking event. Like, especially a lot like when I was like pregnant. Right now that I'm like still in postpartum stage, you know, still I'm a whole ass mother. I told Karina, I'm like, I can't go here, I can't go there, and she's like, look, like shit, like she'll be thinking if she should go or not. I'm like, Karina, like,
no, I'll still go. I feel like I'm more open to going,
knowing now. Like the places you've actually been on, like all these stuff, and I'm like, girl, how the hell are you over here contemplating if you're gonna go or not?
If I go to an event, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm like, well, am I gonna be able to talk to people, like, because Mayra's not there, like I'm like, oh, am I gonna have the balls to go to people? I think
that's why you and Brittany got so along too in that Mexican trip, because she was also missing her twin.
She's a fucking queen, first of all. She's just so easy.
I noticed that. I'm like, I think they clicked really well because they're both missing their
honestly,
twins. And it was like a little bond.
I feel like in general, the Murillo twins, I've always said this, like they are so fucking sweet, Mayra.
The most humble like people I know.
You know how sometimes you might meet people and you're like, I feel like your wall's not all the way down. Like I just, like I want to get to know you, but you feel like there's probably a wall.
Yeah.
I feel like with the twins, like they're all down. So welcoming. Like you could literally hang out with them for the first time. I like before
we didn't have the Murillos on here.
Yeah, Brittany and Brianna, I don't know if y'all watch the podcast, but you guys need to come on and we need to play Who's Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, because that shit would be funny.
Yes, I've seen people request that.
That shit would be so funny.
That would be hilarious.
But I feel like they're just really sweet in general. Honestly, I hadn't hung out with Brittany like that before, Mayra. Like, we would see each other at events and stuff, but I feel like we would never like hang out like that much like that. And like, I really got to know her on that trip. She's the sweetest. Brianna too, like whenever she has events at her house, she's super welcoming. Like, holy shit. They're both so welcoming, like walls fully down, and they're so like, they're just like nurturing.
They're super humble.
They give off very nurturing vibes. Like, I freaking love that about them. They're just so welcoming. But I feel like that's why I got along with her too really well, just because she's just so welcoming in general. But
it's a trip though. Every time you tell me, and you'll be cringing.
How did we get to this conversation?
I don't know.
I don't even know how we started talking about this. I think we were talking about the
Erasmo y la Chocolata.
Oh my god, how did we even get there? Oh, we were talking about the girls that like will test like guys on live.
Yeah.
And then you like pay them and they'll like call your man and shit.
Yeah, we long done with that. We're long done with that conversation.
Would you ever like pay one of them like on live to call your man? Like, imagine like you paid her to call your man.
I already know Brian's not even gonna respond. Like, bitch, I ain't wasting my $10.
No, but imagine actually paying your $10-15, whatever the fee is. And then on top of that, you find out he's a cheater and you spent $15. Bitch.
You know, I scroll through my man's phone here and there. Like, it's a rare occasion when I do it, but randomly, I wouldn't go to that extreme to like pay someone, because you know who the fuck you have at home. I feel like when you're doing that,
you really think there's something there.
There's something, you're suspecting something, because I know damn right, even Raul, I know damn right Raul would probably not even reply to it.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be like, oh, wrong number.
Answer the fucking call.
He wouldn't even answer it. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like to that extent, like, you have to like start having your little doubts a little bit, right?
Yeah, you have to have some doubt to pay somebody to call your man.
Like, damn,
for sure.
I don't know, but
I don't know, girl. Yeah. But that was a nice episode. I feel like
that was good.
Yeah, that was good.
I didn't even mention how you let me borrow this shirt, and how I have a whole.
Well, because you came in and you were wearing like gray, and I was like, we're not color coordinating at all. We need to start color coordinating our fucking outfits.
I came with like a little casual crew neck. Karina's over here neon the fuck out, ready for summer. I was like, period, queen. And she actually ran upstairs to get me this, and I have my whole ass nursing bra on right now.
Period.
I didn't even mention my freaking bangs either. My whole ass.
Didn't you cut them?
Yeah, I fucked up, girl.
Why?
Because oh my god, let me tell you actually what happened, girl. In the last podcast, I was cringing because my hair looked like chunky, like a short little chunk. I was like, what is up with her hair? And I remember I had gotten like a little razor, and I'm like, I need to blend out my bangs a little bit because they were not like matching with my extensions. It was all because of the last episode. I was looking at my hair cringing, right?
What?
Right? Like, why?
Don't people like chunky bangs right now? Isn't that in?
No, you have to go watch the podcast to get what I mean. It looks like choppy. And I was like, it looks a little funny. What's going on here? Because I hadn't worn my hair split in the middle in a while. And I remember I started wearing it to the side because I had like fucked them up. And so when I wore it down the middle, I was like, oh shit, I never fixed them. Yeah. So I was using my little razor. And they just kept getting shorter and shorter. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, it just kept looking like choppy. Uh-huh. And at some point they were like really short. I was like, oh my God, mind you, my bangs were like longer. And then this side, like, is shorter than this side.
It's not even like noticeable.
I was like, oh my God. And now it looks like I have curtain bangs. I was like,
I feel like curtain bangs are in though.
I mean, they are in, but it wasn't what I was going for. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, it's just
Don't we all want curtain bangs?
I don't know, girl. I don't know what's up with my hair. And then my extensions are low-key like not, like, what is happening here?
They look good.
And I have a whole ass nursing bra with this shirt because, she's a mother and she's over here freaking a cow. Like, what can I tell you, girl?
Stop.
Like, I can't. But this shirt's cute. I'm like matching. It kind of just looks like I have like a tube top under or something.
It does. It doesn't look bad.
Right?
It kind of looks like a cardigan over the tube top.
Queen. But yeah, we're color coordinating now. We got to start we got to start telling each other. We got to go shopping together for the podcast because we did that before.
I have. I buy specific like colors. I mean, I know there's times I come on like just like with a crew neck and stuff, but there is times that I'm like,
do you buy specifically for the podcast?
There's clothes that I've only worn on the podcast that I wouldn't wear like out, but I'm like, I'll wear this on the podcast. It's a bright color. Mm-hmm. Like I have random outfits that I've bought that I genuinely only have worn on the podcast. Because I'm like, it's a bright color. It would look good.
I need to start shopping specifically for the podcast because I feel like naturally I don't wear a lot of color.
I feel like you're a beige girl. Can you imagine?
A little bit. Okay. I mean, why am I cringing? I love beige girls. But
you are a little bit.
I'm not like the cringy one though, where she.
No, I know. Like that. When have you ever seen me wear that shirt? Ever out? You? I wore it, I think, once on the pod.
So you're a beige girl too?
No, kind of. I don't know, but like I feel like I don't wear a lot of bright colors in general. But like I wear them on the pod. I mean, I think I wore this to an event once, but like for the most part, period. Anyways.
Well, you guys, that wraps
up. That's something new. I was good.
Anyways, go off. Like, why? But go off.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We love y'all. We'll see you guys very soon in the next one.
Bye.
For the most of us, learning a second language in high school or college wasn't exactly a high point in our academic careers, girl. I actually did not take any language classes in high school, but Spanish was my first language, and I actually wish I had some English classes as a kid growing up, because I learned English in literally kindergarten, girl. Now, thanks to Babbel, the language learning app that sold more than 10 million subscriptions, by the way, there's an addictively fun and easy way to learn a new language. Whether you'll be traveling abroad, connecting in a deeper way with family, or you just have some free time, Babbel teaches bite-sized language lessons that you'll actually use in the real world, y'all. So for me, I know Spanish. I speak Spanish to my parents every day. That's literally the only language they speak, y'all. You know, and when I go to Mexico, I feel like I'm not proficient enough. I'm like, I want to learn more about my own language. So I'm literally using Babbel to be more proficient in Spanish. Although it was my first language, girl, I feel like I have a lot of that slang in there. And I'm like, no, I want to learn like the big words, you know? Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. Babbel's expertly crafted lessons are built around real life. You learn how to have practical conversations about travel, relationships, business, and more. It's exactly what I need, girl. So, fun fact, other language learning apps actually use AI for their lesson plans, but Babbel lessons were created by over 100 language experts. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven to be effective. With Babbel, you choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Ooh, I kind of want to learn some French too. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you to improve your pronunciation and your accent. I want to sound like those girls in the telenovelas, all dramatic and using these big old words. That's what I want to be. There's so many ways that you can learn with Babbel. In addition to lessons, you can access podcasts, games, videos, stories, and even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/chins. That's babbel.com/chins for up to 55% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life.